Welcome everybody, welcome to the video. Where am I today? I am in SeaWorld. That's right, I'm in SeaWorld, a part of Shenzhen where there is a big massive ship. And we're gonna see that in a moment. But today, there is an Argentinian festival. Now what on earth is an Argentinian festival? Well, we're gonna find out today because there's lots of stalls here with loads of Argentinian products. I'm not actually sure, to be honest, but we're gonna find out. As always, if you like the video, please do like down below, give me a subscribe, and follow for more content like this. Let's go. Oh, here we've got a bit of wine tasting. All the Chinese Argentinians out in force today. What a pity I'm off the booze. But I'm sure you can imagine Argentina is one of the wine producing regions of the world, which is very famous. Some deals here, folks. If you want to go to Argentina, here's all the offers. Is this Argentina? So there's me thinking I'm at an Argentinian festival in China. I might get some Argentine flights, but no, some brochures for China. Oh, yes, please. Yes. So I'm going to try some dry beef here. Is this from Argentina? Argentina? Yeah. Angus beef.
Yeah.
So I'm trying some Angus beef here. It's nice and crispy, chews in the mouth. That would be nice with some wine, but I don't drink wine, so. Oh, what's this here now? Is this the World Cup? Is this the real World Cup? Is it? Is it real? Yes. So we've got the real World Cup here, folks. Hopefully we can qualify next year and we can get to the World Cup and we get this, bring this back to Northern Ireland. What do you think? Can we bring the World Cup? Is this the closest that a Northern Irishman is going to get to a World Cup?
Pásate mirado mostrando el rencor y desde aquel día yo sé que perdí la gloria inefable de un sueño de amor. No es todo eres sincero y me han hecho esclavo al poder en mi alma la ilusión. Pero tu alma de niño sufría no sabía de amores para mi dolor. Por tus ojos que me mintieron tan engañadores que tus futuros y el resto de la cadena de recuerdos que...
What did you think of that? Do you think you could have a go at the dancing? Personally, I've got two left feet, so I would probably end up stepping on someone's toes. But next thing, we're going to check out the boat. Right down here in Shekou, there is a massive big boat. Now this is docked. It's not actually a working boat. This is landlocked, but you can go onto it and you can check it out. So we're going to get up under this boat, see what it's like inside. Let's see if we need to pay to get onto the boat. Can we go on, check it out for free? Anybody's from Russia? Do you recognize this bear? Unfortunately, this boat does no longer sail, so we're not going anywhere. I wonder how much of the original architecture of the boat can we still see. So I do really feel like I'm on a boat here. We can take a walk out here. Let's have a look out the side of the boat. So there we go. This would have once been ocean, all been reclaimed. And they just reclaimed it and left the boat in the middle here. You can see up above here all the windows. to the top. Look at that. It's massive. Let's go up to the top. This ship has a bit of an interesting history. This used to be called the MC Ancerville, and it was actually a French ship which sailed between France and Morocco. It used to do cruises around the Mediterranean to the Islas Canarias. It used to go to South America, that sort of thing. So unfortunately, all of the cruising business, it got less competitive in the 1970s, so they sold the ship to China. Wow, look at that view. Just gonna go out on the deck of the ship here. You can imagine your Titanic moment, standing at the front of the ship. Looking out at the Shenzhen skyline. Look at this. Believe it or not, this ship actually appears in 2 Senegalese movies. One called Black Girl, the other one called Tuki Buki. So if you're a movie buff and you're into Senegalese movies, this ship actually appears in it. Now, although this was a cruise ship in France, it got into the hands of the Chinese in 1973. And actually, on the last voyage, it was supposed to be going from Rio de Janeiro to Tenerife in Spain. And they had to cut the last voyage short because the Chinese were so desperate to get it over here. Let's go upstairs, shall we? There's plenty of restaurants available. Check it out. Le Redoux Bistro. Paying homage to its French origins. So it is an iconic part of the Shenzhen skyline, if you like, or the landscape, better word for it. Well, landscape, is it landscape? It's a seascape, it's a boat, but it doesn't sail. Right here in Shekou. Now this would have been sea at one stage, so this is actually reclaimed land, and they sealed it in and just built up around it. So this will not be moving again. So it's called the Minghua, which is the spirit of China. Obviously being renamed when they bought it from France. And it did enter into commercial service here in China for a while, but then they decided to retire it and put it in its position where it's remained ever since. So if you come to Shenzhen, no trip to Shenzhen is full without going to SeaWorld. Well, if you fancy your elegant moment, look at this. You can come on board the ship and go right up on the elevator, the escalator of dreams. Look at this. I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm walking about this ship, it feels as if I'm on a real ship. And I actually feel a bit dizzy. I feel as if it's moving from side to side. It's not quite the Titanic, but it's the next best thing. Shenzhen is known as a futuristic city. That's because it's around the same age as me. 40 years ago, this was wasteland. This was actually sea where we're standing on. This was actually reclaimed land. But the majority of Shenzhen grew from a fishing village into, one of the top tier cities in China. There's around 18 million people live in this city, so that's 3 times the population of the whole of Ireland. It's hard to believe that lives in one city. So folks, I am trying out some British cuisine here in the British pub and restaurant, the George and Dragon. Do you know what? I do love Chinese food, but sometimes I have a craving for a good old roast dinner. That's right. For those of you that don't know what a roast dinner is, it's roast beef, roast pork, roast lamb. You can choose one of the 3 meats or have all 3, plus roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, carrots, potatoes, all that sort of thing. So I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm hungry. It's Sunday, and you know what? Traditionally in Northern Ireland, what we do is we go around to our parents' house or go around to our family's house, and we have one of these. So if you're from Northern Ireland or the British Isles, you will understand. If you're not, this is what you do on a Sunday. So what am I doing on a Sunday in China? I'm going to the British pub to get some good old British food. Let's get it down in the esophagus. So look at this. This is a British roast dinner with 3 meats. We've got lamb, pork and beef with a nice thing of gravy here. 2 Yorkshire puddings, some broccoli, some carrots, some potatoes and some mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes and is there roast potatoes? Yeah, roasties. No traditional roast potatoes that you would get, but very similar. So let's give it a try. Let's see what we have here. So I don't know if you can see that. Let's get the camera down here. You can see what's being ate. What's being ate. Is that correct grammar? What's being ate? What's being eaten? I'm an English teacher, but I can't even speak England properly. Oh, what am I doing here? I definitely won't get a job as a video technician. Let's have a look. You don't want to see my bake, do you? My bake. There's a wee also Scots word in there for you. Bake. Bake is another word for face, by the way, in case you're wondering. You're scratching your head. What is a bake? Anyway, let's get involved here. These are Yorkshire puddings, which are normally very crispy. These are quite a little bit squidgy. But basically the idea is that you pour the gravy inside the Yorkshire pudding and you add the meat. So there's a bit of gravy. You pour that in here in the middle. And then we get the meat. Stick the meat in there. So we'll choose a bit of, I think that's the beef, is it? Mix it in the sauce and stick it in there. Stick it in there, boys. Now this is, I'm breaking with the etiquette traditions of eating roast dinners. I'm just going to stick this in my hands here. So like I was saying, Yorkshire puddings are usually crisp. You usually put them in the oven and they're nice and solid. These are a little bit squidgy. That meat is on point. So right here, I think this is a mixture of sauce. So
it looks like mustard, doesn't it?
Yeah. So traditionally with lamb, we have it served with mint sauce. That's right. Which one's the lamb?
That's the one on the end here, isn't it?
This one is the lamb?
I think so.
Or is that the beef?
I think beef is the first one. I'm not sure.
That's beef?
I think so.
Taste it.
Taste it and see. This is the lamb. This is the lamb. So lamb is traditionally accompanied by mint sauce. So we're going to dip her in there. Get a bit of lamb. Get a bit of mint on it there.
They're amazing.
Meats are really good. And this,
You pour them, you know, like a cupcake.
this is applesauce. So the pork in the middle
And then
is generally served with the pork, the applesauce.
and then when you take it out and it cools down, it sinks.
So you can get all three here. It's pretty good. You know, normally a roast dinner would typically be served with just one of the meats, but here you can have all three. Because I'm quite indecisive. Sometimes I can't choose which meat to have. So why not get all three?
Yeah, it's completely safe. For you guys, what's
Girl, I believe in you tomorrow.
So what did you think of that dinner, the British dinner, roast dinner? It's pretty delicious. Now it is night time, the sun is set, and the people of Shenzhen are out enjoying a bit of Argentinian dancing. That's right, today is the Argentine festival. lots of Argentinian festivities, and right over here we've got some dancing. Let's go and check it out. Right here in Shekou, you can experience not only a bit of British cuisine, but another one of my favorite countries, a bit of Mexico. So I'm right here in tacos, where I'm going to try some tacos from Shenzhen, but by a Mexican chef. So a little bit of Mexico here in China. The tacos have arrived. It's time to get stuck in. Let's have a look here. So these are tacos al pastor. These are basically, it's made on a sort of, it looks like a kebab. Put it on a stick and grill it. It's normally served with a little bit of pineapple. Of course, coriander. These are my favorite tacos, by the way. Straight from the British pub, having a roast dinner, having tacos. You know, that's the good thing about this part of Shenzhen. You can literally try different cuisines. You know, if you're used to having the usual Chinese food, which is, you know, most of Shenzhen, in this area you've got a good selection. And live music as well. You know, we're sitting here listening to a live performance. And we've, you know, just been down at the center, at the square with the Argentinian dancers. So every week there is something different, some different music. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little sample of SeaWorld here in Shenzhen. It's time to go home. It's time to go and sleep. But if you have enjoyed the video, please give me a like. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you in the next one. Bye.